Yeah, so we had to make a little bit more room. So the time is now, to make changes in your life work, so as to carry out this divine calling. And so reflect on how you can contribute to the healing of the world around you, right? Yeah. Like I was saying, I won't even mention the writer's name, because a lot of times when I publicly give kudos to people, and I can give kudos to people in the religious world, in every genre you can think of, every industry, not genre. Because I was still thinking about the author in the book, and I was just like, that would be a shame for a person to not operating in their purpose, that call on their lives, because people are too busy looking for some kind of a scandal. I'm not gonna say who the author is. They're just a dynamic writer. They're a dynamic writer. I've met quite a few celebrities that were very kind and gracious. And if I were to mention some of their names, and I've met spiritual leaders who are always kind and gracious towards me. If I mention some of their names, people, oh, did you know such and such? Okay, you missed the whole point. They're a human being, okay? Light and dark side to everybody. And so some people, you'll know a person is not operating in their purpose when the first thing, they can't say anything kind about somebody, how somebody, like source must have sent them across their path for something. They go right into, did you know this about them? Did you know that about them? Well, actually I didn't until you just said something. But that says to me, operating in my purpose, that somebody needs to be enlightened that there's greatness inside of them. You know there's greatness inside of you, right? So why are you just focusing on the dark? Yeah, somebody just wants somebody to be, we all know the type. We all know the type. So it wants you to operate in the spirit of love. So trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, and trusting you know exactly how to handle them. And then love. Here we have divine source, is the idea that no person, place, or thing is our salvation. Only love is, right? So yeah, even for what I'm doing, I'm channeling energy. And even for my reading, some people are like, oh, that's negative. When you're going down to the basement to try to help somebody find a light within themselves, it's going to come across as negative. And somebody else is always going to think that, guess what? You could have done it a different way. They would have done it. That's their way of doing things. So source is saying, hey, look, you're in a divine flow. You're in a divine flow. Something is an emergency. You are a light worker. Get to it. Get to it. Some people have judged you long enough to a point you've seen people who do light work, how some people want to end them. Oh, that's for the that's for the crazy people. Look. Somebody was crazy enough to believe in their dream and go for it, right? So you hear people talk about that all the time. Hey, look, they'll throw, and guess what? Your frequency, the frequency that you're on, people that's on that frequency are going to find, they're going to get you. They're going to get you, right? They're going to understand, what frequency that you're on. So I see somebody being very, very balanced out, but yeah. Personally, if I'm in a company of somebody who basically like they're going to lose their title and their position or money or whatever to end somebody, listen, I already know a tower is about to come. I'm like, let me get away from you, child, because you're about to get struck by lightning. Here we have answers. Yeah. You have the answers inside of you. You have all the answers inside of you. Some people really believe that they know what's best for everybody, but they're too afraid to follow, their dreams. If you're a person who believes that there's greatness inside of everybody, you're saying, listen, I see greatness inside of you. It's time to speak to their highest selves. Like, let me help bring you out of a dark space and bring you into the light. Let me enlighten you. Okay. Everybody has a past. Literally everybody. Some people are going to believe it. Some people are not. Just like I told y'all, one of my favorite writers, I'd probably have to see that person on a show where they got, and I hope that never happens to them. I would have to see somebody on a show where they, doing something crazy. I mean, for me to go, oh, wow. Okay, so what happened? They must be overtaken by a particular type of spirit. Some people just don't want to show people grace, period. They don't. They have a God complex. So Source is trying to tell you, whoever you are, let's set an intention here. Wake up every single day, set an intention for your day, for your life, your purpose, your calling. Doesn't matter what your career is, because that's still 10th house, career and vocation. Not or vocation, it's career and vocation. You've been returning to pure consciousness since you came out of the womb. Whoever you are, you've been returning to pure consciousness. Everything about you. I will accentuate the positives in myself and in others. There it is. Some people have a very unique calling on their lives to help go down to the basement, to the lowest of low frequency, because they're not afraid of the dark. To bring people into the light, to say, hey, you're still stumbling around in darkness. I'm channeling that energy. I'm picking up on that energy, but let me bring you back into the light so you can see greatness in you. Because so many people have pushed some people down so far in life that they can't see themselves, and they can see greatness in everybody else, but they can't see greatness in themselves. And some people know how to pull that out of people. So, but you're not going to force anybody to do. You can't force somebody to be that, because that'll be a complete disaster. A complete disaster. And so that's the reason why, whoever you are, that is the reason why some of y'all are not going back to your exes, because they feel like they knew what was better for you than what you knew. And once you answered the call in your life and you started believing in your dreams, and they feel like they knew more about that was best for you than you did, they went right into trying to destroy you. So many people have that in common. Family members, friends trying to destroy you. No, well, I know what's best for them. They went right into trying to destroy them instead of saying, just praying for them and sending good energy their way. They went right into trying to destroy them. And that's why some people are having a tower moment. Their karma hitting them hard because you've already major deposits into the universe bank already. Like, there's an artist that they showed some clips of her when she was on a particular reality show, and they were doing what is the end of the show is called? Y'all know what I'm saying? It's the recap of like the whole season of a show. I think that's what's called. I want to say it's a recap, but it's called like the whatever the end of the. Y'all know what the reality show. I don't really watch television, but the reality show when they're bringing everybody together at the end. And there's an artist who's pretty big now, who's pretty famous now. But at the time, when they were on the reality TV show, they yelled out to the audience and said, yeah, look at me now. You said I would always be doing such and such, but now you watching me, right? That happens to a lot of people, but you have to have that fearlessness in you to say, hey, look, nothing's going to stop me. They didn't create me. They can't break me. You have to have that inside of you. And some people, they as soon as they get into a position of power or money, and there's nothing wrong with having money and there's nothing wrong with having power, but the moment somebody steps over and start acting like they're other people's savior or their God, and they can make or break a person, those are the energies people need to stay away from, because that's when the tower is coming. That's when the tower is coming. Because some of these people have broken laws. I'm talking about done the absolute most. And so Source is saying you're going to accentuate the positives in yourself and in others, right? So if your unique assignment is to go down to a lower level, see this right here? Where people are trying to overwhelm people, emptying them out, want to see them on the street. Your assignment, whoever you are, it's like, no. I'm getting ready to enlighten people. That's somebody's their assignment. I'm about to enlighten people. Like, no. I'm not going to let you. This is going to be the secret right here. That's somebody's calling. That's somebody's calling. So answer the call in your life, because you got enough people out here that's basically like, I can make one phone call and end this energy. I can make one phone call and I can change their life in an instant, just like that. If you can make one phone call to end somebody's life, why not make a phone call to help somebody? Why not make that phone call? Why not make the phone call to say, you know what, I can really help this person. I can really, really help this person. They're not my competition. We have some things that, that we have in common, but they're not my competition. I mean, I can really help this person. Let me align with other stars so we can light up the sky, like the stars outside. So fertility. Yeah, just your words. 3 right here is going to help people grow. This right here, see all of these leaves in the back right here? Like just your light on the inside of you, the greatness inside of you is going to help people to grow the greatness inside of them. So somebody could be an attorney or a judge or something, but somebody has, you know, again, you're accentuating the positives of yourself and in other people, and your portal is wide open. So it's harvest time for you. We have a harvest moon coming up in October. It's already harvest time for you. But no, when you're around people who are basically like, I can end that person, I can empty them, I can stop them from getting a job, I can stop them from doing this. What about picking up a phone and saying, okay, hey, go ahead and hire that person. I'll put in a good word for them. Somebody's in their solar return, I mean their Saturn return. They're new to the area. You know, hey, I know some things about them. I'll put a good word in for them. How about that? In depositing some money into the universe bank so good, like dharma can come back. Not putting out energy into the universe and then wondering, oh my God, why is these horrible things happening to me? So somebody's enemy plan backfired. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And the final closing for you all in this is balance, clarity, and ascension. And so justice anchors you in truth. The star card restores hope, and the world card completes your cycle. So spirit shows you that you are aligning with your higher self and stepping into divine harmony. And so if this message resonates with you all, share it with someone who needs encouragement today. And as always, stay strong, stay focused, and stay victorious. You all are a very fair-minded zodiac sign. You can't help it. That's just how you're built. And so who you are in partnership with in business and or in love, in your personal and your professional life, is going to, sometimes people don't find out until they sitting in court and then looking at across the other side. Like, I never thought I'd be going through a divorce, or I never thought, you know, this business partner would be suing me. I never thought, just like the I never thought, right? Source is trying to get you forethought, right? Again, just like this, third eye, your third eye opening up, right? So that is what I have for you all. Like I said, if you want my information, that's on, you can go to my website to go see my store and all those other wonderful things, or schedule an appointment for your birth chart reading or whatever. But yeah, people who are like that, they want you to bow down to them like they other people's gods. I'm like, oh God, help them. I seriously, personally, I just instantly go into sending love and light, like for real, because I already know a tower is coming. So you're safe and protected. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.